All right, this is kind of an odd version of Write That Down predictions because we're doing this quarantine episode of Mackey and Judd as we await COVID tests, and so we don't have our production bells and whistles that we would normally have here. So you're gonna have to just bear with us a cappella style. This is Write That Down, the only segment in sports talk in America where we, the hosts and the listeners, make predictions and actually hold each other accountable with batting averages and home runs. So here's how we do it every single week. 3 predictions from everybody. They must be quantifiable. It is the Karl Anthony Towns rule of Write That Down, where I once predicted that Karl Anthony Towns will be classified as the man at the end of the season. So they have to be quantifiable.
What did that mean?
He's going to be the man. What do you mean?
The man. It's easy.
The man.
All right, then.
We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And if you want to be part of the segment, you can DM me on Twitter at Phil Mackey. And we do have some openings. We were pretty packed throughout the year, and we stopped taking entrants. But we have some openings in November and December if you want to be part. We record on Wednesdays. Write that down. So hit me up. If I'm not following you, that's okay. You can still DM me. My DMs are open at Phil Mackey on Twitter. We're going to get Alex. We're going to get John. Those are going to be the guest listener predictors with us this week. And you can also watch this if you're listening on the podcast or on Score North Radio. You can watch us on our YouTube channel. We have 2 YouTube channels. The Mackey and Judd centric YouTube channel is youtube.com/ScoreNorthMN. And then our Purple Daily YouTube channel is youtube.com/Purple Daily Podcast. Judd Zulgad. Let's get to you for a second here. All right. Pretty good week for Judd, the batting average leader coming into the week.
Yeah, not bad.
Judd, you said that the Big Ten football season would not start until after October.
Oof.
And they did indeed start in October. So that one is wrong.
So close.
You made up for yourself. You said the Vikings will make at least one deal before the trade deadline. And then the next day they traded Unique Ngakoue to the Ravens.
Ding.
So you got that one right.
I saw that coming.
And then you said the Dodgers would win the World Series. You said that a couple weeks ago, and they did last night because the Rays lean too much on analytics and don't think for themselves in big moments.
Ding.
Jonathan and Manny, nothing off the board. Rami, nothing off the board. Mixed week for yours truly here. I said the Gophers would beat Michigan and Rashad Bateman would score at least a touchdown. So that's wrong. I said Daniil Hunter will sack Jordan Love at some point this season. Well, it was just announced that Daniil Hunter had successful neck surgery, so going to go unless Daniil Hunter finds Jordan Love in a back alley somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan Love's playing, so don't worry about that either.
Yeah, but I did tell you guys correctly that whenever Sasha Banks and Bailey would meet at an upcoming pay-per-view, Sasha Banks would prevail in that match, and she did indeed win their Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view last weekend. Judd Zulgad, Declan Goff.
That was a classic, man. Like, that was the best. I watched actually all the pay-per-view on Hell in a Cell on Sunday. That was the best match. Like that, and Sasha and Bailey have like a whole chapter of amazing matches with one another and as teammates, and that was right up there with NXT Brooklyn, man. It was an awesome match.
I haven't seen it yet, but the Wrestling Whisperer strikes again here. Listeners had a bunch of things come off the board this week. Scott said long ago that the NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball will all finish their seasons. They all did, so congratulations. But then it got kind of bad for the listeners here. Drew said in the next full NFL season, Daniil Hunter will break the NFL sack record. I guess the only point of contention here is the word full NFL season, but they are playing an NFL season here, and that was the spirit of his prediction. He meant that this year, Daniil Hunter would break.
It's full right now. Yeah.
Yep.
It's very fair.
Owen said at UFC 254, I think it's pronounced just Justin Gaethje, whatever, will beat Khabib, and Khabib did win that fight and then retired.
The last name.
Khabib.
Nurmagomedov, Nurma something.
Dustin said the Gophers will win all trophy games they play in 2020. Well, they lost their first one, so.
Nice start.
That was quick.
Oh.
And then our guy Woodbury Larry said the Gophers would beat Michigan by at least 17 points. It was the other way around. That the Michigan
I told him to put that pipe down. I told him, Woodbury Larry, put the pipe down, okay?
Yep, so that was wrong. Declan, you had nothing come off the board, and so the updated batting averages are this. Judd Zulgad batting .411 with 3 home runs, which is tied for the lead. Rami Makloff still batting .393 with 1 home run. Declan at .348 with a home run. myself at 287 with 3 home runs, the listeners at 212 with 2 home runs, John Harrison, last year's reigning defending batting champion, at 176 with 2 home runs, and Manny Hill at 163 and 1 home run on the season. Should we do this, Dex? Let's bring our guest. We have at least one of our guest predictors in the house here.
Yeah, well, and so we got Alex in right now. Alex, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Good. And then our guy John is having a little bit of some computer issues. He's working on it. He should be in here in just a minute. But
okay.
But we do have at least Alex in here.
So we got Alex in the house. We'll get John here. Alex, are you here to square around for bunt singles, or are you here to let it rip, let it fly?
Well, seeing how Tony Gwynn's my favorite all-time player, I think the listeners are struggling right now, so I'll do some singles.
Some slap singles here. All right. So we're gonna start with Alex, and then we're gonna go Judd, Declan, and then back to me. And then if John joins, we'll load his in at the end. All right. We'll make 3 trips around the room here. Alex, start us off with your first write that down prediction.
Since the Vikings just traded Ngakoue, DJ Wonnum is gonna be getting playing more time. I say he has at least 5 sacks by the end of the season.
Ooh. Does he have any right now?
He has 1.
So you're saying he'll have 5 total or 5 more?
5 total.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, they need somebody to sack the quarterback. My God.
Yeah. No kidding.
Or
I don't know if that's considered a single or not, but
I think we have John in here too.
We do.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Dex.
I got it. You got it. John, what's going on, dude?
What's going on?
Not much, man.
John, are you ready to make some predictions here?
Oh, I'm ready.
And we'll ask you the same question we asked Alex. Are you going to be Tony Gwynn and hit some slap singles to opposite field, or are you gonna swing for the fences?
I think one of mine is about a double. The other 2 are grand slams.
Wow. Okay. Well, you're next out of the gate. So the order is going to be, so Alex already went his first prediction. John, you're next. Then Judd, Declan, me. We're going to make 3 trips around the room. So fire away, John.
All right. My first one hits home. Gophers, little Buccaneers. Justin Jefferson is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Antoine Winfield Jr. is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Ooh.
Okay.
I can't hear him, so.
Conceivable. Okay, so that's okay, Alex. You can hear us, right?
Yes.
Okay. So John coming out firing Justin Jefferson and Antoine Winfield, rookies of the year. Judd Zolgad.
The Vikings will find a way to draft either Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. The Vikings will find a way. I don't know if it's going to be their pick. I don't know if they're going to have to package a bunch of picks to get up to the top. Whatever they need to do, I'm not going to give you the specific one, but it will be one of those top 2, Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields.
Speaking my language. I love it. All right, Declan.
All right. Because of Justin Turner's positive COVID test yesterday, at least one other Dodger player will test positive for COVID between now and next week. So there'll be a report that at least one Dodger player will come out that he has tested positive for COVID after Justin Turner's hoopla yesterday.
I mean, he was definitely hugging everybody. So
his wife's got no chance.
Yeah, they were making out on the field.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw was like sucking his wife's face. I mean, good for him. I would do the same thing if I won the World Series or if I was Clayton Kershaw, but still.
Clayton Kershaw was making out with Justin Turner's wife?
No, with his own wife.
Oh,
that was a bad setup.
Not the same thing.
Hashtag phrasing.
Hey, Justin,
that was bad.
do you mind?
They're just
trading wives. Why not? You won the World Series.
Hey, Justin, if it's not a bother.
Yeah,
we have another announcement. we're in a different kind of relationship here. All right. It's my turn, I guess. All right, write this down. The Vikings. So this is sort of a precursor to Judd's prediction, because I hope Judd's prediction comes true. But in order for Judd's prediction to come true, I think mine also has to come true. So here's my prediction. Write this down. The Vikings will acquire a 2nd-round draft pick. I'll say this, a 1st or a 2nd-round draft pick by next week's trade deadline. They will acquire a 1st or a 2nd-round draft pick by next week's trade deadline. Write it down.
Okay.
I think they need those chips if they want to move up. All right, back to Alex. Your second prediction.
I was going to do Twins one, but I'll do Adam Thielen will not be traded.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I think there's someone tweeted me a rumor yesterday that there's like a second and a fourth round pick out there for Thielen.
That's a guy
Is that
in Cleveland who I think is a fan. I'm not sure if he's
gotten some college football things right.
Yeah,
but he has had a lot of swings and misses on some.
He doesn't have the blue check either.
He does not have a blue check. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah. All right.
Very
well,
important.
A second and a fourth. I don't know. It would make me think. I'd probably need a little bit more than that to trade Adam Thielen. But all right, back to John. Your second prediction.
All right. I don't know if this is going to come to fruition because of the news with Wisconsin, but I have the Gophers finishing 7-1 this year.
Okay.
Not losing any more games until the Big Ten championship and making the Rose Bowl.
What? So wait. So is the Rose Bowl part of your prediction?
Yes.
Okay, so 7-1 and Rose Bowl.
But that's part of the college football playoff.
Well, they're going to lose to Ohio State, so they'll end up with 2 losses out of the 9 games.
Okay.
I think that can get them to the Rose Bowl.
But I think the Rose Bowl is part of the college football playoff.
Yeah.
But this year it is?
Yes.
We just don't want to put you in a bad spot here.
Yeah, so they can't make the Rose Bowl.
All right, we'll take out the Rose Bowl, whatever the next biggest bowl is.
So let's just leave it. Let's go 7-1.
Gophers will finish 7-1.
Let's go 7-1 so we can protect John's prediction here, and then that will inevitably land them in a big bowl game.
Okay.
Yes.
They'd have to shore up their defense a little bit for all of these things to happen, but we'll see.
That's a lot of confidence.
Might have to fire another defensive coordinator.
TJ's teams always seem to start slow, and they find a way to win the big games at the end.
That's true. They almost lost their first 3 games last year, and then they figured it out. All right, Judd, your second prediction.
I'm not going to go quite as big, but I will go for Gopher football that they're going to win their next 2 games. So they will win Maryland Friday, and I think Illinois is the following Saturday. They will win at Maryland and at Illinois over the next 2 weeks. So they will be 2-1.
All right. You and Lovie Smith have the same beard, by the way.
Yeah, we basically do completely gray. It's hilarious. It didn't used to be completely gray. Yeah, you got some stuff left though, man. I mean, mine has just gone all gray now.
Alex, is that all natural?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. Nice.
That's a good look for Alex.
Declan's been trying to grow a beard for about 4 years, and this is how far he's come.
Try like 27, 28.
I shaved about. I was down to Judd's clean shaven about 4 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Judd's clean shaven.
My wife said if I lose the beard, she's gone. So the beard stays.
My wife forced me to grow this beard too. It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's very odd. 10 years back, she's like, I hate beards. Yeah.
All right, Dex, your second prediction.
I just share Corona hard seltzers with women. The Vikings will acquire. Yeah, and that's why here I am. The Vikings. It's kind of close to Mackey's, but the Vikings will acquire at least 2 draft picks by the trade deadline. So I'm just going to say they're going to acquire 2 draft picks by the trade deadline.
At least, you said? Okay.
At least 2 draft picks by the trade deadline.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Okay, write this down. Another Vikings prediction here. At least one of these 3 men, Rick Spielman, Mike Zimmer, or Kirk Cousins, will no longer be a Viking when the 2021 draft arrives. At least Spielman, Zimmer, at least one of Spielman, Zimmer, or Cousins will no longer be a Viking when the 2021 draft arrives. And I will just add this if we need it, just for our mental file. If there's it's possible that the Vikings would agree to a Cousins trade, but it wouldn't actually go through until like June or something. So it could involve a reported Kirk Cousins trade that doesn't officially go through, just for clarification.
Okay.
All right. So write it down. And we go back to John, your final prediction, man.
All right. I had a massive home run, but I'm going to stay away from it. It's regarding Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings, but I'm not going to go there.
I feel like you should at least float it off the record so that we know what it is.
Okay. It's that Aaron Rodgers will play on the Vikings at some point in his career.
Dude, I feel like Judd and I might already both have that on.
I might be on the record with that.
And so what we would do is if you were to predict that, we would actually force you to add on to it because it's already out there.
Okay, well.
But you can pivot to whatever else.
All right. The other one, I think the Timberwolves will make the playoffs in 2021, and either Malik Beasley or Jarrett Culver will win the most improved player.
Oh,
I
wow.
like it. I like
That's a
it.
home run.
Little. I love how I'm not the only person with just completely unfounded Timberwolves optimism in this room right now.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
great.
very optimistic.
God bless you guys for that.
John and I just Wolves masochists, man.
Yes, you
It's
are.
great. John, since we great predictions by you, since you have this gigantic platform right now, is there anyone in your life that you'd like to thank that got you to this point?
Few of my friends that hate on me for being so optimistic, Andrew Leslie, Jeremy Dans, Charlie Leaf. And then I'd also like to give a shout out to my podcast, Bold North Sports.
Bold North Sports. All right, go hit up John on Bold North Sports. Check it out.
Thank
Cool,
you.
man. All right.
Appreciate it, John.
Thanks, John.
And now we go. I think I went out of order there, but Alex is up next with your final prediction.
All right. This is a college football one. I don't know what the point spread is going to be, but Notre Dame and Clemson play not this week, but next week. Notre Dame will either beat or stay within the point differential of the line when it comes out.
I, as a
That's
Notre Dame
sucking up to Mackey prediction right there, if I ever heard one.
as a Notre Dame
I didn't
diehard.
even know he was an Irish fan, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you.
So my grandpa played for Newt Rockne back in the late 1920s, and I've always been a huge Notre Dame
that's
fan.
awesome.
And I get emotionally invested for all of these big Notre Dame games all the time, and they always disappoint. But
They're my second team. I went to South Carolina, so of course they're my first. But yeah, I grew up a Notre Dame fan. It was never good enough academically to get in.
So Alex, great predictions by you. Since you have this platform, who do you want to thank in your life that got you to this point?
Oh, my parents for having me. And then I used to listen to the other sports station in Minneapolis, and I started listening to you guys, and I must say I enjoy you guys much more. So not that the other one is bad, but you guys are much more. So I appreciate you guys and
Cool, man.
Format. And,
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. We're just trying to get by in 2020 here, but thanks for the love.
Aren't we all?
Exactly. And great predictions. Good luck with them, Alex, and we'll get you on again sometime. All right.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. Be safe out there.
All right.
too.
That's
Thank
guest
you.
listener predictor Alex. Great stuff from John and Alex there.
Yeah.
Good predictions.
Really good predictions.
And we always love it when people shower us with compliments too.
Oh yeah, number one YouTube Minnesota-based radio station in the country, man. Did you know that?
Tweet that out.
I will.
Actually,
I'll
I
tweet
will
it out.
say,
Make that a tweet.
just so, because I don't know, we don't obviously like the radio ratings between the other station and Score North Radio. They are what they are for a lot of reasons, but I can tell you that from a YouTube standpoint, we are so appreciative of everyone helping us grow the Purple Daily channel and the Score North channel. And I can tell you that of the top 20 sports radio stations in the country, we have either, depending on the week and the month, the number 1 or number 2 most trafficked and watched YouTube channel. I think the Fan in DC is the one that we kind of go back and forth with. But so thank you guys for helping us grow these digital platforms and channels. We're just trying to reach audiences and entertain you guys via podcast and YouTube. And so, yeah, we're doing our thing in 2020. Tweet that.
Tweet that
Tweet
out.
that.
Declan.
I will. I'll tweet that out. Get
that
whole
out
list
there
of
today.
all the great things we do every month. I'll do that. Yep.
All right, back to Judd.
All right, my last, write that down. The Timberwolves will not trade the number 1 overall pick. They will make it. I'm not going to tell you who because I don't know for sure, but the Wolves will not trade the top pick in the draft. They will make that pick themselves.
Okay.
That's my last one.
Dex, your last
Okay.
prediction.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers will account for 3 touchdowns against the Vikings. So that could be passing, receiving, rushing. He will account for at least 3 touchdowns. At least 3 touchdowns against the Vikings.
It's funny you bring that up. This is the exact third prediction that I have written down. And I was gonna maybe deviate, and then you made that prediction. So I'm gonna stick with verbatim the prediction that I had here. Aaron Rodgers will throw at least 4 touchdown passes against the Vikings.
Whoa.
Mhm.
That's not a good day for our boys.
Yeah. Is there anything that leads you to believe that it will be
That's
a
not
good day for the Vikings?
That's not a good day for
No,
the Vikings.
no. Actually, it's a great day because
True,
it's another
yeah.
step in the journey for Trevor Lawrence or
And you know
Justin
what?
Fields.
Everybody learns, right? The cornerbacks, they all learn. They give up touchdowns, but they're learning while they're giving up touchdowns. I like it.
And you said at least, right? Are you going for the home run? Or are you going for 4? Absolutely 4.
Well, I said at least.
At least. Okay.
Is that a home? That's got to be a home run. I mean, Aaron, 4 touchdowns is a lot of touchdowns. Is it a home run or no? You guys tell me.
I feel like with our depleted cornerback core and Aaron Rodgers playing out of his mind, I don't think it is. But if you said exactly 4, if you called your shot, I would think it is. But
that's
you run into a home run there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That's what the committee says.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's a wrap on. Write that down here. Every Wednesday on Mackey and Judd, we make predictions. We keep each other's